Pepperoni.
Now we got it all set up.
All set up. We tried to do that last time.
If you guys could see our setup right now, it's pretty intricate.
Mm-hmm.
Much better than last time, as you can tell, just from the quality. Content, however, is going to be just as shitty.
Yep. Wait for it.
That's what we're known for.
We got our classic flashcards here. Keeping us.
Somewhat preoccupied and somewhat entertained because
Let's just draw stuff.
we have entertainment of the
We're gonna do
5-year-olds.
some Bob Ross shit right now.
Bob Ross. So what do you guys think of minimum wage increase going from $10 to $15?
Is it?
Or,
It's too damn high. Just
yeah,
kidding.
I don't know actually really how much it is. I think it's 13, 12. It went up a lot.
I thought California was supposed to be 15.
I could look that up just to make sure.
Let's look it up.
Yeah.
Our handy dandy notebook.
Yeah. So the
With the power of editing. 1050. Lick-
10.50 per
Lick
hour.
my nuts, California.
It's supposed to go up $1 every year.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. So it did get passed, but what's happening is it's a small increment every year.
Right.
Okay.
However,
But-
McDonald's.
Okay, earlier this year, California Governor Jerry Brown signed a law raising the state's minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2022. The statewide minimum wage will increase to $10.50 an hour from $10 on January 1st, then up to $11 an hour on January 1st, 2018.
Right.
So
So it's gonna go up 50 cents every year.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
take a while.
we see that the problem with that though,
What
I
does that
feel
have to do
like
with McDonald's? That's the problem. I'm just
You
kidding.
brought it up.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Alright.
what it has to do with is I want my McChicken.
Yeah.
Bring back the McRib.
But
Just
that,
kidding. I hate them.
unfortunately, doing culinary school and hearing some other things, I've heard that they're going to just completely take away people working at the front desk, and it's going to be like touchscreen,
Yeah, I saw a
Yeah,
picture.
I'm sure a lot of things are gonna be replaced.
and like
that,
one or
yeah.
two people in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking like fast food, just imagine restaurants where the back of the house, the head chef, makes barely enough as a head chef
Right.
sometimes, and the front of the house makes just as much as them sometimes as the head
Yeah,
chef or some of the
I
people
was
in the
gonna
back,
say,
and
you know.
they get tips. The people in the back don't get tips. If that all
Right.
goes up, then it's like, who really is, like, how can
Well-
you hire someone that has all that experience?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I don't like the idea of taking people's jobs away, I mean, I don't think people who are working at a cash register really. I mean, this is like a thing I feel like people talk about a lot, like if you should be paid dependent on your skill or just if it should just be the same for everyone. But you can't help but, feel like people who, work at a register aren't having to do as much, obviously, as, people cooking or working their ass off in the back.
Oh yeah.
And yet they're getting paid the same amount. So really, if their jobs get replaced by machines, it's not that big a deal. I mean,
Right.
and if anything, it's just going to make orders more accurate because
It's gonna
there's not
change
going to be a
lot.
middleman. It's just going to go straight to the chef. You would have to be the one to type it in wrong, or the chef would have to get it wrong. But there wouldn't be that in between.
Yeah, the telephone type of case.
Yeah, or just even talking to the person at the cash register.
I mean, like the game telephone.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought you
Sorry,
meant
no.
talking, like ordering on the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how that starts changing just at the restaurant, but like see what happens in other businesses too. Like
I think it's already progressing though, because I went to Outback Steakhouse or something with my girlfriend, and then they had like this little, like, it was like a tablet
Mhm.
on every table, dude.
Oh.
And you can pay through there.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Wait,
interesting.
Justin
You can
took
order
us
there as
somewhere.
well. Oh yeah.
It's stacked
oh, they
What's
have
that?
that.
Yeah.
And you just order what you need.
off the tablet.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
Literally, they just come and pick up or they don't even pick up the tablet. I don't think. But
And it just sends it to the actual kitchen,
Yeah,
and then you
exactly.
just have a buster like, do you guys need
Yeah,
anything else?
you guys
Yeah.
need water, or like server, like he brings the food.
Yeah.
Right
Okay.
before, pretty much.
So that's another thing though. It's like I almost felt like, even though they still deserve a tip, I was like, do I tip as much? Because they literally didn't have to do anything.
Mhm.
I did everything on my own. They just said, "Oh, you guys want your drinks now?" Or that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
they didn't really have to do anything except bring the food out. They still deserve a tip. It's just like it kind of makes you question how much, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would say you're tipping the cooks. Like I would put that like
I
on the
hope
bottom, so that
Oh, you
people-
mean actually?
Yeah, so
write it
that
out.
people still feel like. Because
Okay.
when you go to a restaurant, I feel like that should be what you do. Like that's like tipping, unless it's already included in the check. That should
Yeah.
just be part of restaurant etiquette.
Yeah.
Because you can base that off of how they give your experience.
Right.
Yeah, the actual meal is what you're just paying for, and then you're just
Right,
giving them
right.
like, okay, well, I'm not giving you anything because that was crappy experience. I'll give you like $3 because I was like, depending on what the tax is and everything. But
Right.
it should say like cooks or something. And I don't know.
I'm kind of glad it hasn't gotten to that point yet because that night I also witnessed that table kind of down a little bit. There's like this elderly couple. They're having trouble like doing it. They didn't know what to do. They called the server. She was kind of like telling them. Once they got to the tip part, she kind of politely like stepped away. But then they called her again and it wasn't working. And then she went. She tried to figure it out. She couldn't. She called the manager over.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of like a hassle. I felt bad because they had to go through that. But they also have the option of paying with cash. So. But
Yeah, see, that's another thing. You know, people are gonna be losing jobs by being replaced by the machines, but then people are gonna be hired to be always ready and on site to fix and repair these things. You know, so it's gonna open the same amount of jobs. I feel like.
Yeah.
And honestly, we do need more engineers and people in just the tech area.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll kind of motivate people to go towards that type of education because they realize that, you know, so many jobs are using these machines and
Exactly.
technology that they better know how to use it. So, I don't know. That could just help lead
Yeah.
to better.
People are scared
ideas.
that it's going to be taken away, but
Right.
just as you said, like they're going to be creating so many different jobs. Then also, what other people are going to be doing is like probably like creating more. You can't have a robot like doing construction work. You can't have a robot like doing other types of really intricate work, which
Right.
might bring out like a whole nother.
Right, because that takes like, even if you get the algorithm right, there's just so many things involved with like things like construction and building that you really need like to make a split-second decision or like change your mind on something. Whereas if you know we're having machines do it, it's always going to do it the same way, and you might need to compensate for certain things that the machine wouldn't be able to process.
Yeah. But I think there should also be some restaurants too where there has to be like somewhat of a human touch, like, hey, how can
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah. So it just really depends. Like for the fast food,
Yeah.
let me get my order and
Dude, yeah, honestly, fast food is like the prime spot to replace all the cashiers and stuff. Because people just want to get through and get their freaking food, you know?
Yeah. and that would like also entice kids that are younger to get a job. Like when you're that young and you're having to deal with people that are
In a rush.
yeah,
and
you just can clean up after them, and they're gonna be like, oh, thanks guys, like
Yeah.
you got my food out to me. I didn't have to deal with anything because it was on me. to do
Exactly,
that."
exactly.
Like
It's the furthest they could go is to the chef, and even then, you know, it's still less factors than.
oh, I accidentally typed this. Oh, that was
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That age of ordering too, like, could provide a lot of opportunities for people who are like iPod or iPad technicians or whatever, you know, like as
Oh,
far as
yeah.
programming, computer graphic jobs, you know, they want like a layout of their menu and stuff like that, I guess.
They're
Just in that
starting.
aspect.
They're starting computer graphics pretty young too now.
Oh, really?
Like 6th, 5th grade, even younger than that. They have their own iPads that they're using in
Wow.
certain
Dude, our
schools.
Dos Pueblos, our high school, they have a whole engineering department now.
We're not in
freaking-
high school still, but our former high school. I don't want people to think we're in high school.
Guys, that's another thing.
Hmm.
That heard from our previous video.
Another one.
That's another thing.
We should have a
guys.
button.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the first time I said it though, so
It's okay. We're
that's good. That's good.
Is it?
Yeah. But now, because you were mentioning the charger in, apparently now they have every nutrition break. So like between like second and third period, I guess there's only one nutrition break. Whenever that happens to be, they literally have people who go out across Dos Pueblos with carts of food and everything on it is free. You can get whatever you want
No.
from the cart. and they have like freaking donuts and danishes and like
Oh
cartons
my
of milk
goodness.
and freaking.
way.
Dude, you
That's
look
kinda
young
bad.
enough.
Like,
You have to just like shoot by, I swear.
Dude, I know. I could straight up get lunch there every day.
I wonder if they do that for like some reason. I mean, other than,
And you'll
I
see
don't
the
know.
link to the video of when Zion
Yeah,
goes out there
I'll
and gets the
bring-
video.
I wonder if they had like an alternative motive, like.
It's
No,
probably
'cause don't you think
healthy
kids are gonna
snacks
get-
and everything.
Exactly. It's
Okay,
all
not,
healthy
okay,
stuff.
not what you mentioned. That you said donuts and danishes. I'm just thinking like, dude, every fat
Oh.
kid is gonna just start
True.
rubbing. I know
Yeah,
I
donuts
would.
and danishes.
Dude, I'd fuck that shit up. But
Well, my dad's basically a fat kid, and that's what he mentioned. Because he's been subbing there, and he was telling me how they have that now.
Oh man.
He only eats like junk food, so he was telling me that. But I'm sure they have some kind of healthy stuff there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean that's called nutrition break, so I would
Oh, right.
assume they would have some fairly healthy things like fruits.
But they're like
I'm
taking
sure that
the
option,
initiative.
but
Yeah.
still,
Um,
if it's free.
Maybe it's like some days they have like donuts and stuff, you know, just for like.
Oh right. I'm sure it's more intricate than
But
that.
the point is before, yeah, that was never even like
Yeah,
a
but
thing
I
before.
never
Now
heard
it's
of
just
that.
like you walk out of class second period and there's just carts everywhere. Take whatever you want. It doesn't cost anything.
oh man.
It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Might go dress up.
I
Just
know,
get
right?
ready
I'm
to
about
do
to
something.
put on my little backpack.
Uh,
Alright guys, I'll see you in fourth period.
That sounds like a good idea.
Oh, speaking of when we were on the topic of minimum wage, was there any jobs that you guys were looking for in particular that you decided to pass on because of what they were paying?
Oh,
Like it was something that seemed really good and then you saw the pay
Mhm.
and had to pass on it.
I
What would be an example of that?
Well, I don't want to really give the business away, but it was just like it was a family-owned business that has been there for a while, and they sell pets and everything.
Okay.
And
So you would say it's a pet shop.
So they sell
It was a
pets
pet
under the
shop.
bridge and just like
no,
come
it,
here.
it was a pet shop,
Yeah.
but
Or a
like,
store. But yeah.
it's a very vague name. So if I use pet shop, it's like
right.
it's just very close to it.
Uh-huh.
But she was saying that she can only pay people minimum wage,
What you were thinking was higher at the time?
which I was thinking was higher at the time, but $10 just was not enough, especially in Santa Barbara, because I believe even though there's minimum wage based on everyone, I think each city has somewhat of a variable change to it.
Yeah.
And I believe Santa Barbara is just way up there on that, because I was seeing other places that were giving 14 to 17.
And they were similar jobs like pet stores, or you just?
They were
in
just
general?
regular
Oh.
places. Like you could go to a hotel and be a receptionist. You could be a salesman at a different place, and you could still get the same amount.
Yeah.
So it really just depends. But I saw a lot as the common like number to be $14 to $17, and getting $10 for a full-time job, as she said. You're gonna be working weekdays, weekends, and you're gonna be working during the
Did
holidays.
she give you that like shitty tone too?
Yes, but I think that's just how she talks
Oh.
at the same time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Some people just talk like super
Yeah.
bitchy, and it's hard to tell if they're just like being.
Well, it's not like
Rude
she
or
was
just-
even being bitchy towards me. It's just like I'm fed up. I'm fed up.
Well,
I'm fed
yeah,
up.
that's what I mean.
Oh,
like,
okay, yeah.
It seems like she's taking out like frustration or like any, like she's dealt with this so many times that she's like you better be here like on the holidays. Like I've dealt with this too many times.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's-
It was like, I don't
Whoa.
She's just having flashbacks.
Yeah.
She's like, Mondays, Tuesdays. She gets rid
I don't
and
want
holidays.
to.
So let's not even talk about the holidays. Damn it.
Oh my god.
Do you think
She
pets
has,
have holidays?
she has PTSD from fucking pet trauma,
Seriously.
suddenly self-diagnosed.
Yeah, and she was telling me too, like, we don't sell certain pets to people, and it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
that
I
is
understand
true, though.
that part.
And I'm glad they kind of, because I don't like when it's just someone comes in and it's like, you know, a pet that's not very common.
Or like Sid from fucking Toy Story.
yeah.
Just like some fucking douche
Yeah.
asshole blows everything.
I understand, because she was saying, like, some people bought, like, a couple hamsters each week. And you're like, okay, that's enough, man.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that, but, like, how she was going on about it, it's like, when people come in here, it's like, they need to be kicked out if they get weird stuff. And I'm like, what type of place is this, actually?
Yeah.
Like,
Is she like an like pretty old or?
she was
And in the back door is the Chamber of Secrets.
And there we concoct the witches, the witch cauldron.
Yeah, like where's the snake? Where's the Overmind right here? So
Crazy.
interesting experiences when you have small family-owned businesses in a really old town full of rich people.
Yeah, I mean, used to it by now from living here, but it just seems, for some reason, the fact that it's a family-owned pet store just seems kind of strange.
It's like
I don't know why.
family-owned.
But you think
but
it's
then corporate.
Like they all of a sudden just had too many pets in their house. They're like, let's make it a store. Like, just straight up like go into their backyard and just.
But you think like, you know, she's saying like don't sell to the people who like come in with it for a couple hamsters every week, you know. But you think like, oh, you can make a business off of that. Just like keep selling things. I know. It's like a shitty way to look at it.
Yeah.
I fucking love.
Yeah, but I think
animals,
it's mostly the
I'm
fact
just
that
saying.
they're probably coming in because their previous ones died. Like they keep
Well,
having
no,
to
yes, I
replace
get
them.
that.
I thought it was always because they were feeding it to
Supply
a
and
snake or
demand,
something.
man. You gotta make your sales, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
I
there's an
understand
increase
that.
of shipping of hamsters. We're calling just to make sure everything's okay with your customers.
I just wanted to talk to Mr. Squeakers. It's been so long.
Yeah, if they're coming in for that many hamsters, I think I'd just recommend, hey, go to Kmart and get a bunch of goldfish, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Do they sell goldfish anymore?
Costco, my bad.
Do they sell goldfish at Costco?
I thought
That's
they did.
scary, man. That's like carnival goldfish right there, dude. Fucking
Oh,
die the next
dude,
day.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Imagine
shit's...
being bred to.
Dude, the worst is when they have the little turtles in a plastic bag, and you're supposed to wear it as like a necklace or something, and they can't even move because like the bag is as big as them, but they're alive.
What?
Yeah.
What carnivals have that?
I mean,
That's crazy.
probably not around here, but it's
yeah.
it's really common. It's
Never
really, really
mind.
common. I
Like
think.
probably by Mississippi or something. Or like by the
Yeah,
bay.
I mean, I don't even
Down
know.
by the bay.
I hope
Michelle,
nowhere in the
tell you
United
what.
States, but probably
Wow,
it's pretty common.
that's gnarly.
I mean,
It's just like how little of a conscience or like critical thinking do you do when you can't even process the fact that you're just like wearing a life around your neck? Just like, fuck. How do you just disregard that? You know, we're a fucking turtle.
I don't know.
That's
like,
crazy.
Especially if it's like somewhat wiggling in a way, or like just even when you hear it's alive.
Yeah, I mean, they're constantly struggling.
Yeah.
It's just like,
kill me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would be down to like, if there was ever one, I would just fucking go and take them all. Fuck yeah.
Just keep playing. Spend all your tokens at that.
No, I mean, I would straight swoop them up
Oh.
and just take them
Yeah.
away.
I mean,
if I had the token,
Not
I
even
win
worth
them
it.
all.
I'm not gonna support that. I do to whoever's behind it.
Scrooge.
Gonna burn it down.
no, they could have easily just taken a mold of
No,
like.
dude, that reminds me too. I saw some documentary where these you know how that like when turtles lay eggs on the beach, they just
Oh.
like thousands and thousands,
yeah.
right? Okay, but this I don't know the place. It was basically a very developing town, and so like the as the years went by, they would have more fluorescent lights, and I
Mm.
guess the reason how like the turtles are attracted to or instinctively know to go to the ocean as soon as they're born is because the light, like, so the lights is supposed to reflect off like the ocean.
Oh, so they were going
so they
towards...
go there, but they go towards town and they never reach the fucking ocean.
Ocean.
Right.
And a lot of them fall into sewers, get ran over. There's like highways by there, dude. It's like
Wow.
it's so
Dang,
sad.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And I know like that's kind of why they lay thousands, because a lot of them, you know, eventually don't make it. But now
Right.
this is like really bad. Like a
There's a
majority of
lot
them are
of-
not even having a chance, man. Like
Yeah, that's
I
It's-
mean, what do you do though? A city does need fluorescent
Yeah.
lights, but
yeah, what do you do? Because that's like a natural. It was just a natural place where they would, you know, congregate
yeah.
during their mating season. And
Like
yeah,
unless
I don't
it's
know.
unnecessary fluorescent lights, it's hard to really tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it's just big fucking signs being lit up, then yeah, turn that shit off. But if it's like actually like street lights and stuff like that, then
And then building a barrier to the beach, who wants to see that? You want to see the beach, and like even putting a glass barrier,
Yeah.
maybe one way. That it's just a lot of money, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I
Like
don't know.
it's hard to really see Because you want to keep turtles, you want to keep everything that's
You
still
want to
out there.
preserve the ecosystem.
But at the same time, if you take that away from people, there's going to be people that are going to be like, oh, I'm homeless, I don't have this right now, I don't have this, and they're going to be wanting to. And unfortunately, humans at this point in time are still.
But it just like how, you know, that happened indirectly, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not like, obviously, we're not doing it purposely to, you know, destroy any kind of like life, but it just kind of like had a big it just backfired totally.
Yeah.
Giant consequence from that. Yeah. It's like a whole troop, and it sucks because they've been doing it for like years, man. That's like, you know, that's what they do. They instinctively meet there. It's like ingrained in their fucking DNA to practically.
That's where their parents are.
You heard it here, folks. Hashtag punch out every light you see.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Hashtag
punch
save
it
the
out.
turtles.
And when someone said, "What the fuck are you guys saying?" Save the turtles. Punch that light
I
out.
wish I knew where that one
Whiskey
was.
Alpha told you so. If
Yeah.
anybody asks, just tell them Whiskey Alpha.
When your kids say, "Why are there so many
Don't.
goddamn turtles?" Whiskey out.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turtle stew. I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
But,
Oh, so speaking of that, actually, what's the most exotic food you've ever eaten?
kangaroo.
Kangaroo. Interesting.
Yeah.
That seems like it'd be really gamey.
Like tough.
I don't know if it was real or
It's
not.
so
like
much
really
muscle.
kangaroo, yeah, it was kind of gamey tasting from what I thought.
Yeah.
But the packaging said it was kangaroo meat and everything. So
Wait, so you got that here
in America, yeah.
in
You
California?
can buy that?
Yeah, it was at like a specialty like foods place.
Mhm.
Forgot what it was, but it's like where you can get like boar head meat and like all this specialized shit.
Interesting.
It's like it was ground kangaroo stuff. And
You'd think you need like some crazy certification so you can get that shit.
yeah.
Well, probably to like acquire it, but not to buy it. And all this
I didn't even know
Alright,
that people
that's what I
ate
meant too.
kangaroo.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Did people even eat kangaroo?
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
So that's on like.
Bro, people eat
I thought
anything.
kangaroos were like horses. Like people are.
People do eat horses.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like in America, would you eat a horse?
Right, no. You need to say what you've eaten.
Oh, I don't know, dude. Fucking New Mexico eat some like weird shit.
Put everything
Like
in
stuff that you might
prison.
not even know, but nothing like, I don't know. Yeah, intestines. It's a
From
pig-
what?
Pig intestines.
Oh. Huh.
That's kind of common too. They just call them tripas. It's like, dude, it's fucking.
Nope.
I don't really like it, to be honest.
Was it
There's-
just
there's
like
even like, I'm sure there's like entrails in it still, you know, like like little pieces. It's literally just like, they just fucking cook it. They just like.
they don't add it in something or
No.
chop it up? It's
No,
just
there's
straight up
multiple
on your
dishes.
plate?
There's like, that's like pozole and shit. That's like cow lining of their stomach or some shit like that.
crazy.
Get me drunk. That's the only time when.
But dude, it tastes so fucking bomb.
Oh,
Because
I'm sure it
it's so
does.
spiced and it has a
Bruh.
lot of like, dude.
Yeah.
Trust me, you wouldn't even know in that case. But
That
as far as the
exactly.
tripas one, like,
Hmm.
I don't really like it. It's super chewy. It's like calamari. It's straight up like fucking calamari. Like imagine the round ones, but it's like
Yeah.
like more
Things like
elongated.
that, it's like it can taste really bad or really good depending
It's
who like
pretty
cooks it.
bitter. Like
Yeah.
that one is not very seasoned. I don't think with like much stuff. I mean, in my experience, we eat it like tacos and shit, you know.
Mm.
But like, trust me, I don't fucking eat. I've tried it, but I don't. I
Yeah.
wouldn't eat that if it wasn't for me. If I had other options, unless
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
starving.
I think the weirdest thing I've ever eaten, well, not weirdest because it was absolutely
You guys
the
find that
best
really
thing
weird?
I've
'Cause
ever
that's pretty
eaten.
common though.
Was duck.
Duck?
Yeah, I
I've
had duck.
before.
It was at this French restaurant called. It's actually here in Santa Barbara.
Oh, is it the one across from Arlington?
It's translated to mean the cork in French.
Was it?
It's like a really tucked away.
Yeah, there's like a big hedge on it and everything.
Exactly, yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's where you
talking
had.
I think it starts with a B.
Bouchon.
The Bouchon.
Yeah,
There you go.
Bouchon.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was 15 when I went there,
Mm.
and my appetizer was a plate of wild mushrooms. Freaking amazing, and I never liked mushrooms until that point. And then the duck was just unexplainable. I mean, god damn, it was so good. But the cool part was, that was the first time I ever got drunk,
You're 14?
and I was 15.
Oh, 15.
And you know, the servers came out. They just set the wine glass in front of me. They didn't even ask my parents or anything because they just seemed like okay with it already. Filled up my glass and I kind of looked at them and he was like, "Go ahead."
So in the back room, like.
So wine was the first thing I got drunk off of, and oh my god! Not only do I have a good appreciation for wine now, but when you eat bread and butter and cheese together, after you're,
Yeah. Yep.
dude.
I know exactly what you mean.
And for some reason, it is a little different too. Like when you get drunk off wine. And
Were Italians really into that? They would drink like wine, but then they would have like these small pieces of like meat crackers and like cheese to like taste.
It's because
that's pretty common,
the
but
wine
maybe.
kind of like brings a flat palate or whatever the type of wine it is. You either have something that's really sharp or it kind of blends with it and it makes a blend so that you taste the real like oils and all the like.
I'm pretty sure that's like an Italian thing though.
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah.
Really, really
Yeah.
common Italian thing.
I mean,
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Maybe that's why I like it so much.
it's great though.
Yeah.
It was a good experience.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It was the most expensive dinner I've been to, but we had these friends who they were a gay couple. Not that it matters, but they were doing really well financially because one of them was he designs atomic force microscopes, and the other one was like a professional chef.
Wow.
So they made bank.
Yeah.
At least at the time. I don't know anymore. But point is they covered the whole meal, and just for 4 of us, or I guess 5, it was like fucking $600.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
Pretty cool. If you're into wine.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've never been drunk on wine. I'm sure
Yeah.
I definitely have tried it. I've just never had
Dude.
enough to be. I'm sure. Is it like a different? Okay.
I mean, if you can get used to the taste,
No, yeah, I
it's
can get past
definitely a different type of buzz.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
It's
It's a
fresh.
more social buzz. Like I can function like more on it. I feel
We
like.
should do that.
Mhm.
Podcast online.
Yeah. So yeah, for the whole 2 people who saw our last video, tell your one friend.
Either an intro or
Bye.
outro.
Have a wonderful time.